All right, good stuff. Let's get this press conference underway. A big celebration and congratulations to our victors in the podium of the LMP1 category in what was a crazy WEC 6 hours of Spa. We're going to kick off with Lucas de Grassi. Huge cracking congratulations, Lucas. 20th race in WEC and finally your first victory.
Well, the first victory you never forget. And definitely I won't forget this one. It was a crazy race. I worked very hard to get to this victory. We've been unlucky and then without the performance sometimes, and it just was nearly never getting to the right place, and it did today. So I'm very proud the job that my two teammates did and Audi Sport for making a car, actually the only car which endured the whole race without a major problem, and that was the main reason why we won. But nevertheless, it doesn't feel less tasty. I'm going to enjoy this victory very much.
Congratulations, Loic. Obviously, mid-race we saw you interviewed by Louise Beckett, and you looked pretty grumpy and miserable and down. And you said to Ollie, "Watch out, it's going to be horrible for you." This must be really rewarding for you right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's to be honest. I mean, we've been through some really hard time all together since last year. We've been unlucky a lot of time, and definitely we've been lucky this weekend. But you know, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it's not a problem at the end, you know, because winning the race is such a fantastic feeling for all of us, and I believe it's well deserved because we should have won before. We were not able due to circumstances. And now we are back here on the first step of the podium, which is really good for us, for the confidence. But we know also that we were not in terms of performance where we wanted to be, and we have to work on that for the next events. But still, you know, for the whole group after the disappointing Silverstone, it's fantastic to be able to rebound and to win again for Audi and the old guys, and I'm also happy that car number 7 was able to come back in the points. You know, it's important that as we can see now, there is a few reliability problems for everybody. So as many points that we can score, better it is.
Ollie, your first victory as well. Congratulations. Was Loic right? Was it horrible to drive?
I think by the time I got in the car, it was different circumstances. It was just bringing the car home, which is a strange feeling with two and a half hours to go. So for me, it was just taking no risk, keeping the car on the track. It probably wasn't the best race car I've ever driven. It wasn't a disaster, but you know, I think it's clear we didn't have the performance this weekend compared to the Porsche or even the Toyota. But like my teammates have said, we stayed out of trouble. The team did a fantastic job, and the car was reliable, and that's what endurance racing is about. But you know, as they've mentioned already, we've had some bad luck. We'll take the good luck this weekend, but I think now we're going to look forward to Le Mans and try and improve the performance for that.
Tell us a little bit about that last pit stop that you did on the safety car, an extended pit stop back into the garage. What was the problem?
From what I understand, there was just some issues with the rear bodywork, and you know, we had the opportunity under the safety car to change it without any time loss. The few sensors had gone missing as well from inside the car. So, you know, it was one of those things that we could do without losing any time. I'm sure for a lot of people at home, there were panics when they saw us put into the garage, but no, it was a decision we took under the circumstances. So just to be safe.
All right, congratulations all three of you. Great stuff.
Thank you very much.
To the second place team, the number 2 Porsche team. Mark, this is a reward for patience, I think, today. It must have been really hard when you first realised that the car wasn't at full potential.
Yeah, basically I just started the race, got into my rhythm and just hit traffic, and then we had the issue after 6 laps, and then 2 laps later my engineer said, I think we have to live with that for the rest of the race, and then you just have to accept that challenge and bring the car home. It was not an easy one for sure, and yeah, if you're missing a few horsepowers, and at the end, yeah, a little bit, and yeah, so we are happy with that. I mean, P2 at the end of this race, I mean, if you would tell me that after 7 laps in the race, I would say no way, and so we happy to take the points and go home, but still we have a lot of work to do.
Neil, when it was first discovered that the car was lacking a little bit of power, Mark was missing about 10 seconds a lap. By the time you got in the car mid-race, it was down to about 5 seconds a lap. Was that because you worked a way around in terms of driving, or the team had developed a way to deal with the problem?
Yeah, I think the team developed, they saw what we can do with the hybrid issues since we didn't have the power left. So we had to work around it, and when recoup is missing, brake temps are an issue because obviously that has an effect. We had a lot of after effects from that which we had to survive with, and luckily Mark had to do the settings because that's a lot on the steering wheel to do while driving. And in the end the car was slow, but it held up, Mark actually, he gave a good wording before, it's a donkey but it goes and goes. It's slow but it goes, and that's what it was about today. If you see what happened on today, it's a crazy race with reliability issues, so I think Le Mans will be very interesting.
Romain, victory, first race of the season, second here, so you've got good points for the World Championship. That's got to be a good feeling going towards Le Mans.
Well, yes. I mean, before the race, we didn't have the best qualifier ever. Also, yesterday, a lot of small issue with the FIA sensor in practice and so on. So we said, okay, today we try to score maximum points. Actually, yeah, as we discussed after 6 laps, we are thinking, okay, we will have small points. But yeah, we take it, and I think, as we saw today, a lot of work for everybody in Le Mans. 2 days ago I said possible after 24 hours we'll see Rebellion in a podium in Le Mans, but even after 6 hours now they're in a podium, so it means we can work very hard now, and we have little bit more than 1 month to fix everything, and but we are on a good way, and we have to continue our own championship, we'll see at the end.
And tell us just the kind of program that you guys will have from now until Le Mans in terms of the amount of driving you're going to be doing, the amount of development you're going to be doing.
Well, I think, like our colleagues, we will again do another simulation run of a 30-hour test. I guess they don't need possible because they have no problem, but I hope they will not do, but we will do one more. And I think from this point on, after we are already Le Mans tomorrow actually, and we face the truth right now. We have to, we know what happened in our sister car. It's not big, but we have just to fix and cross the finger for 24 hours.
Thank you very much. Big congratulations to our third place team, the LMP1 private team of Rebellion Racing. First time we've seen you guys up on the podium. Matteo, must have been a great sensation to be up on an overall podium. In fact, you've been on the podium twice.
Well, that's a good beginning of the season for the moment. We didn't expect that for our first season together as a trip with my 2 teammates, so we're very happy, and it wasn't planned, that's for sure. The result came by the race. We had a safe race, no mistakes. Team did a great job. Yeah, well, no mistakes, that's a big word. But in the end, it was a very good result, and we're really happy.
Dominic, you're shaking your head a little bit there. There was no penalty for the contact you had with the 44 car. Tell us from your perspective what happened.
Yeah, it was clearly a mistake on my side. Like I should have. Like I was driving, or on the braking, I was already paying attention because I knew I was told on the radio that they were the leaders or fighting for the lead in the P2 category. So I was braking quite defensively, and I was quite surprised. I'm not sure. I don't want to. It was a mistake of mine. I was a guy behind, so I should have taken care. I think that he was braking still quite early. I was surprised by that. Although I said it's clearly on my side. Till then, it was a really good race for us. Could open up the gap. Alex could on Nick Heidfeld, and I did on Nelson. And there was a bit of a bad situation, but okay, that happens. Won't happen again for sure. It's part of the learning process. But all in all, we're really happy to be able to finish on the podium overall, because we had it in Silverstone, but just after the race, and now we're here. So it's great for the team, and I think also Dunlop did a really good job, because it's not easy on the track managing the race with how many stints you do and which tyre you choose. It's really not an easy job. They did great.
I can tell you that the 44 car retired about 3 laps later with a brake problem, so there could have been something going on. Alexandra, you started the race, you ended the race. Just how different were the conditions on the track from 2:30 to 8:30?
Well, at the start, obviously, temperatures were very high, well higher than we've been expecting here in Spa. So it was very tricky with the tires, particularly on the rear. We're trying to save them, but we had 2 double stint tires, so it was really not easy. But in the end, we did a decent job, and kept it safe, kept it on the black stuff, which was important. And then towards the end, when I got back in the car, obviously grip had improved quite a bit, track had rubbered in, but as I got in the car, it was just the end of the safety car period for the big shunt that happened at the top of Redillon. So the track there was, we had some sand track, and you really wanted to be careful to not make a mistake there. And by then, we had quite a comfortable gap behind after the dust settled from the safety car. So the team just told me to take it easy. I had to hit quite a lot of fuel saving to make it to the end. But we were not really under pressure, so it was just a matter of bringing it home, and it's a great result for the whole team. We're really, really happy. As they said, it's not something we can expect, and now it's happened twice in a row. So, we also like to have it at Le Mans, but let's not be too greedy.
You alright with that?
As long as I win, they're okay.
Absolutely. Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to all of our podium finishers. If we're gonna